So you may or may not be aware of that saying, build it and they will come. It's been parodied so much now, hasn't it? However, it comes from originally, from what I know, Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner movie. And the premise of it is that, he was having visions or dreams or ghosts visit him, whatever belief you want to have, that said he should go and build a baseball diamond in the middle of his field on his farm. Now, that's a weird thing to be talking about now. Bear with me, okay? This is leading somewhere. What I'm using it to reference is how our thoughts create our reality. And there's a famous quote by, I think it was Ford, who said, whatever you think, if you think you'll win, you will. If you think you'll lose, you will. If you think you are good, you are good. If you think you are bad, you are bad. So whatever you think, you're right. You are. You're that. So, this is not a new concept. I'm not sort of reinventing the wheel here. This has been around for quite some time. That the thoughts you have, your inner dialogue, is what will create the world you see. So something really cool about that I read recently, and I've taken it from a quote by a guy called Steve Bow. And he was, I think, a CEO of a big insurance company. Feel free to look that up. However, I've sort of, revised it for my own belief system, I guess. And essentially it goes like this, that life's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use in our lifetime. Our gift to life is to develop as much of that talent and ability as we can in this lifetime. So here's my thinking. We all have infinite potential within us. We seriously are capable, and we've proven this time and time again. It's just that those times of proving it seem to be anomalies, don't they? They stand out and we're like, oh, wow, how did that person do that? We all have this untapped capability, this infinite potential within us. However, we cage it, we bury it under fears and negative beliefs. And so if we believe negatively about ourselves, then that is the world that we create. If we live inside of our heads, fearing, focusing on what could go wrong, focusing on what's missing in our life, focusing on what we're scared of, then that is the world that we'll create outside of ourselves. That's what we'll become hyper aware to. We are conscious of things that will throw us off balance, conscious of things that could be a threat to us. So to stay conscious, to stay aware of that, we have to be thinking of it. We have to know what it looks like. We have to be vigilant. Now, how exhausting is that? If you're using all your energy to focus on the negative, then all you're going to be aware of, all you're going to be, on the lookout for is the negative, so that it doesn't trip you up. And what happens is when you put all that energy and focus into the negative, you miss all the positive, you miss all the opportunity, you miss all the good stuff. Simply because you don't have enough airspace in your awareness to take that in also. And that's all part of the NLP communication model, which is part of the teaching that I do. Won't go into that today though. It's too big, right? Too much. And I've promised to keep these episodes bite size. Yep. So what am I getting at? What it boils down to today anyway, is that if you can change your internal narrative, then that's when you're going to be able to start creating a world that you want to live in. You have to first really focus and narrow down on your internal dialogue. What are your true thoughts? What are you thinking a lot of the time? What are you focusing on? And I think I brought this up in a previous episode. However, it's pertinent to this as well. It's interesting when you ask someone, say something like, what are you looking for in a relationship? What do you want in a relationship? And the person will proceed to give you a nice big list of what they don't want in a relationship. Now, the same can apply for anything. If you ask someone, if they want to make money, I want to have, financial freedom. You say, okay, well, what does that look like? What can you tell me what that is? What do you want in financial freedom? I want to be out of debt. I want to, not have to look at price tags. I want to, and they'll start giving you a list of what they don't want. So again, their focus is in avoiding things. So then they are hypervigilant and looking out for and spending their energy on the very things they don't want. That's nuts, right? Can you see how crazy that is? And yet we all do it. I'm not singling myself out here. We all do it, me included. So what I'm asking you to do today then is to actually, let's flip the narrative. And when you recognize your focus being on what's missing or what you don't want, on the negative, flip that around and say, all right, instead of giving myself a list of what I don't want, how about I list what I do want and start practicing that, build up that mental muscle. So then we become hypervigilant, on the lookout for the good shit, instead of just always being aware of the bad shit. So that's the thoughts for today. I trust it is valuable. Let me know, and I'll talk to you again soon.